Hey, if you want to see how I took this 18-inch, 150% density Italian Yaki lace front wig to this, with a customized hairline which makes it look like it's growing right out of my scalp without taper glue, keep watching. Here's the unboxing of the unit. It arrived by DHL, and it came in the Chantiche lace wigs box, which I really like because I store the unit in this when I'm not wearing it. Came with 2 wig caps and the unit itself, which came in a plastic bag. Now, the first thing that I did when I got the unit was check its density. I ordered 150% density, so I wanted to check how they actually went about adding that extra hair. Was it wefts in the back, or did they actually attach more hair on the lace front? Now, the unit came with 3 combs and adjustable straps in the back. Now, there were a few little bitty small but noticeable holes in the unit, so I'm not sure if that came from them, preparing the unit or not. Also, they did stitch, they put more of the density in the hair by wefts in the back, and maybe they did tie a little bit more hair on the lace front, but I did like it. It was very, very, very nicely done. Here's a close-up of the lace front itself. Now, I gelled down my edges using Got To Be Glued in order to get them out of the way while I was doing the tweezing process. Now, lovelies, here's the unit. It's 18-inch self in its natural state. I'm 5'9". I wanted to show you guys how long this unit was on me so you can kind of gauge it for yourself. For the hairline on this unit is pretty blunt, pretty much just like any other lace wig or lace front wig you would order and open straight out the pack. It's pretty blunt. It kind of curves in, which I don't like because my natural hairline doesn't do that. So I wish it would come further out on the face instead of come into the face. Just to show how thick this hair is, this is half the hair in a ponytail. Now, I wanted to show you guys the parting on this unit. I've ordered lace fronts in the past and sent them back because, say, in the center area between the temples, it'd be like perfect parting. You have no problems. I think they refer to this as ventilation on the unit. It just talks about how much hair is actually tied in on the unit, and you would go and part in on the side and it look like you have these big old bald patches. It's because they didn't actually put enough hair in that area. On this particular unit, it doesn't matter where you part, there's hair everywhere. You don't have to worry about any bald spots or missing hair because they tied it evenly across the whole lace front. On to tweezing out that hairline. I took the unit, put it on a mannequin head, T-pinned it down, and then I combed it out and put it in a ponytail so that it'd be out the way, and also the hairs that I was going to be tweezing out wasn't falling everywhere around the room. The way I started off was just tweezing out along the hairline, just gradually going up and just tweezing out a few hairs. Next, I didn't want to lose the hairline itself or my baby hairs, so I decided to start parting on the hairline and then tweezing from there so that the hairline wouldn't be receding back. I was really inspired to do this lace front customization off some other YouTubers who've done it. Ivy Deer, Pete Mills, and Miss Jazzy Too Classy. They have some great videos on their units. Now, I can't stress this enough. You get tired, you get irritated, walk away. Because this is a very tedious task, going through tweezing out hairs and not trying to stay in one area. The next thing that I did when I started to get to that point was I took a break and then I came back. I started to part through the hair because I wanted more of a gradient effect of how the hair was thinning. I just didn't want a blunt area where it just, it was thinned out. So I started to part through the hair, pluck a few hairs back, like maybe a ½ an inch back, and then I would part and go to the next row. And I repeated this through the whole hairline. And then I would part my baby hairs again and thin out the upper portion because it was very, very dense in the area. Now here is me on my first check of the unit. I took it off the mannequin head just to see where I was, if I wanted to take off a little bit more hair, which I did. Yeah, I had some clusters going on, so I decided to part the hair and thin it out that way. So I wasn't so focused on the hairline, trying to thin that out. I was thinning out also the clusters and also further back in the hairline so that I can get a more realistic, natural, flowing hairline. Now, the one thing I didn't see with me watching the other lace front customization videos were that they all were doing it on silky straight or wavy hair. Nobody was doing it on Italian Yaki or kinky hair, and I didn't want to take out too much hair because I started to get to a point where I was tweezing. I think I was pretty happy where I was, but I wasn't sure because the hair was so thick. So I decided to flat iron it so that I wouldn't take out too much hair due to the thickness of the hair. As you can see, this hair flat ironed like a dream, and I only used 340-degree heat to flat iron the hair. After flat ironing it, I was better able to see the hairline, so I could see what it was turning into. Now, this was a pretty long process. This was my first time actually customizing my lace front, so I wanted to take it slow. So it took me about all day, and I still had a few issues with what was going on with the hairline. I felt like I had to thin it out a little bit more. So this is about the second time that I checked the unit. I was thinning it out, and I was pretty happy at where it was, but the area where I was going to do a majority of the parting still had some thickness to it. So I decided to go back in the third time, and these are the results. On to bleaching. After I finished tweezing out the hairline on the unit, I wanted to make sure I didn't get any of the baby hairs in the way, so I made sure to slide the unit onto the mannequin head and pin it down, so all my baby hairs were tucked under. I used the BTW bleaching powder and 30 volume developer for bleaching, and an old Shea Moisture wand that I got, well, brush that I got from a dyeing kit. I made it as thick as possible so that it wouldn't leak through and bleach the hair, and also I used a tapping motion so that only the knots would be bleached. Now after applying all the bleach, I decided to use some foil, which was something I shouldn't have done because I pushed the bleach into the hair. So I had some bleaching in some areas. If you do the same thing and you're looking for a temporary solution, all you gotta do is take an old mascara that you're not using and just apply it to the unit. And I didn't have black, I just had a dark brown, which worked even better because it gave the hair some highlight. I cornrowed my hair straight back and I clicked down my edges using Got To Be Glued. I went ahead and flat ironed the unit at about 360 degrees and went on to placing it on my head. Now the way I got my baby hairs out, I just used a soft bristle brush and brushed it forward to get those to pop out. Let's just say I'm beyond amazed how it turned out. Just plucking out a few hairs along the hairline really made this hair look very natural. Now I wanted to use the elastic band method to secure my unit, but based off the way the cap was made, it was kind of small, so the elastic band, the hairline already kept sliding back, so I didn't want to use the elastic band. And I'm going to sew some combs in on the side so that I can lay it down flat that way so it'll stay on my hairline and not come back. Here, lovelies, is the final look. I absolutely love it. I did not know you could do this to a lace front, so just tweezing out the hairline really made a big difference on how the unit came out. Now, I'm a big fan of silk tops, and it's been years since I've actually purchased the lace front, so I'll definitely be purchasing more lace fronts and doing this on each and every one of them. I really need to sew a comb in there. Yes, it's giving me such life right now. I hope this video was helpful. More updates are on its way. Don't forget, comment, rate, and subscribe. And until next time, be lovely and bye-bye.